In the last video, we studied about the important and one of the leading international organization working in the field of nature conservation and sustainable use of natural resources. That is IUCN. That is International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. In this video, we are going to study about the another leading organization that is championing the cause of mm, nature conservation is Worldwide Fund for Nature, that is WWF. Uh, in 1961, a limited number of organizations around the world, such as the IUCN, that is International Union for the Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, and the Conservation Foundation, were trying to meet conservation needs but were desperately short of funds. So the first call for broad support was the Moses Manifesto, which was signed in 1961 by 16 of the world's leading conservationists, including the great biologist and African wildlife enthusiast, who was the first first director of the IUCN, Sir Julian Huxley, and IUCN Vice President Sir Peter Scott, and Director General of the British Nature Conservancy, E.M. Nicholson. So these three conservationists, they have supported. They gave a first call for broad support, uh, and they signed the first Moses Manifesto. The Moses Manifesto stated that while the expertise to protect the world environment existed, the financial support to achieve this protection did not. So the decision was made to establish worldwide World Wildlife Fund as an international fundraising organization to work in collaboration with existing conservation groups and to bring substantial financial support to the conservation movement on a worldwide scale. So that's how this worldwide uh, World Wildlife Fund came into existence, and it was established in 1961. It was founded on April 29 at Morges in Switzerland. Uh, this the Its motto is to conserve nature and reduce the most pressing threats to the diversity of life on Earth. And this is a well-renowned international non-governmental organization and based at Gland, Switzerland. Uh, this was the World Wildlife Fund, as I told you, was conceived on April 29th, 1961, and set up shop in September 1961 at IUCN's headquarters in Morges, Switzerland. Uh, the first president of this organization was Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands, and HRH Prince, that is Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip, he became the president of the British National Appeal, the first national organization in the World Wildlife Fund family. And World Wildlife Fund Corporation, the US Appeal, became the second national organization to be formed in 1961. And uh, here, in this, the giant panda becomes the logo for WWF. The very first year they could raise um, a total of $33,500, and this board approved 5 projects with this money, and these projects included work with bald eagle in US, and the Hawaiian seabird, the giant grebe of Guatemala, the Tule goose in Canada, and the red wolf in the southern United States. So this was their first project. So the uh, as I mentioned, it's the world's largest conservation organization with it has around 5 million supporters worldwide, and this organization is working in more than 100 countries, and till now it could mobilize close to 150 million euros fund, and it has supported around 1300 conservation and environmental projects. The main areas of work of this World Wildlife Fund is, these are the 6 areas. First one is food, second is climate, third one is fresh water, and fourth one is wildlife, fifth one is forests, and the last one is ocean. So these are the main areas of work in which the World Wildlife Fund is concentrating. And the mission of this World Wildlife Fund is to stop the degradation of the planet's natural environment and to build a future in which humans live in harmony with nature. This mission is they want to the World Wildlife Fund for Nature want to fulfill its mission through these means. First is conserving the world's biological diversity and ensuring whatever the renewable resources are there, these use of these renewable resources should be sustainable, and promoting the reduction of pollution and wasteful consumption. So they want to first reduce the pollution levels and the on the earth, and also whatever the wasteful consumption is there, even they want to reduce it by various means of creating various means of awareness programs. This is the logo of this worldwide fund for nature is the giant panda. This logo is originated from a panda named Chi Chi that had been transferred from Beijing Zoo of China to London Zoo in 1958. 3 years before this WWF became established, this Chi Chi panda was transferred from Beijing Zoo to London Zoo. So they have taken this as their logo, and uh, now how this organization works, and uh, in its mission to take forward the agenda of environment protection, WWF work in partnership with foundations, governments, businesses, communities, individuals, and more than its 6 million members. These these are three tier partnerships. First is marketing partnerships. Second one is humanitarian partnership, and the third one is corporate partnership. So these alliances, with these alliances, it strive to address the common goal of conserving biodiversity sustainably using natural resources and maintaining ecosystems and ecosystem services for the survival of wildlife and whoever the people depending on them. So this WWF work is focused around six ambitious goals with people at the center. So uh, the worldwide WWF, Worldwide Nature Fund for Nature, the WWF, the partnerships um, in- includes the marketing partnership, the humanitarian partnership, and see, is these are different partners. Um, Marketing partnership is that this WWF engages in variety of cause marketing partnerships that helped drive awareness and revenue towards conservation work. And these partnerships provide companies, customers, and employers with opportunities to show their support of WWF and contribute to protect nature. Like these are all partnerships, marketing partnerships. Avon, Bank of America, Coca-Cola, Calendar Club, Domstar, Pure Natural. These are all the companies. HP, Subway, and even in India, Ariel, the detergent powder Ariel, they also contribute um, towards WWF. Uh, each on every aerial packet we buy, they will give 1 rupee donation to WWF. So this is how marketing partnership um, is being supported for WWF's work. The another one is this is a humanitarian partnership. So, humanitarian partnership is WWF works with humanitarian organizations to focus on the connections between the environment, conservation, and disasters. Humanitarian partners are like mm, CARE WWF Alliance, USAID Alliance, so projects with the local communities around the world. So, in the CARE WWF Alliance focuses on sustainable solutions that lift women and men out of extreme poverty with programs devoted to economic opportunities, gender equality, sustainable livelihood, and natural resource conservation. So, this is mainly this program, CARE WWF Alliance program is mainly operating in Tanzania, poor African countries like Mozambique, Tanzania, etc. Even in Nepal. So this is humanitarian partnerships, and the this is philanthropic giving also, and the companies may also provide funding to helps support specific WWF conservation initiatives and the local communities where this WWF serves. So this is philanthropic giving. You can just go through this website and you can find different partners of this WWF, even sustainable business. This what WWF will do is it work with companies to assess their environmental impact and build a strategic plan to reduce that impact. That's how it earns some money through providing consultancy services to business firms. So this is how it raises its funds, and this is how it have partnership with various companies and um, humanitarian partners and other corporate partners, and they work in partnership with foundations, as we mentioned earlier, governments, businesses, communities, individuals, and more than its 6 million members. So there are marketing partnerships, humanitarian as well as corporate partnerships. So partnerships plays a key role in WWF's efforts to influence the course of conservation. With these extraordinary partners like governments, local communities, individual donors, uh, they achieve um, all this lasting conservation through collaboration with all these partners, and they leverage the strength of this collaboration to achieve great success. Their approach is uh, in two folds. This is first one is conserving the earth's most outstanding places. Next one is conserving species that are particularly important for habitat or for people. Uh, and these are the some of the notable initiatives and programs in 2008 through the GPF, that is the Global Program Framework. WWF is now focusing its efforts on 13 global initiatives. These are the 13 different notable initiatives. That is Amazon, Arctic, China for Global Shift, Climate and Energy, Coastal East Africa, Coral Triangle, Forest and Climate, Green Heart of Africa, Heart of Borneo, Living Himalayas, Market Transformation, Smart Fishing, and tigers. And after this, Amazon in Amazon forest area, this is a well-known fact. This 1 in 10 known species on Earth are from Amazon forest, and 1.4 billion acres of dense forests, half of the planet's remaining tropical forests are present in Amazon. And the species, the diversity of the biodiversity here is under so much of pressure, and it is uh, a continuous threat. So the WWF is concentrating more on Amazon, and even for the conservation of it's taking so many initial programs, taking up so many programs for conservation of Amazon biodiversity. And in last year, when flames engulfed parts of the world last year, when WWF sent emergency support to help local firefighters and communities in need. In Africa, I'm sorry, in Arctic, the Arctic Refuge has been a place undisturbed by development. But in 2017, Congress approved opening the coastal plain of the refuge to allow for oil and gas drilling. So this is causing so much of threat to the existing Arctic species like polar bears and all. And WWF has been vocal in its opposition for the this development, and even it has came up with a novel idea of adopt a polar bear. So, and it's asking around the world help to the organizations or any individuals to encouraging them to adopt a polar bear, and that's how to help save some of the world's most endangered animals from extinction and supports WWF conservation efforts. Coming to one more notable initiatives is Coral Triangle. This is the Coral Triangle. This Coral Triangle, the global center of marine biodiversity. It is a 6 million kilometer square area spanning Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Papua New Guinea, Timor-Leste, and the Solomon Islands. Within this nursery of the sea lives 76% of the world's coral species. and six of the world's seven marine turtle species, and at least 2,228 reef fish species. Discover the place, the threat it faces, uh, and WWE is doing a lot of programs to protect this nursery of the seas. Another notable work of WWF is Living Himalayas. We all know that Himalaya region, which is spread over almost 2,500 kilometers from east to west. It is home for millions of m- uh, hundreds of millions of people and hundreds of unique species. And uh, this here it is home for even a dense temperate forests and humid lowland jungles. Through this Living Himalayas initiative, WWF is working to protect this diverse mosaic of life. So these are the some of the initiatives. And coming to uh, the, uh, the campaigns, the notable campaigns or Earth Hour. Every year, the campaign of Earth Hour and Debt for Nature Swap, Healthy Grown, and Marine Stewardship Council. So these are all the notable campaigns taken up by WWF in collaboration with the Zoological Society of London. Uh, this WWF is publishing the Living Planet Index in since 1998. The WWF is publishing yearly uh, uh, yearly book. It is called as publication, which is called as Living Planet Index. Uh, Along with the ecological footprint calculation, the index produce a living planet report once in 2 years, and this gives an overview of impact of human activity on the world. And uh, WWF's initiative in India, there are three notable projects. The main projects: the tiger conservation, the climate witness project, and the climate adaptation program. This tiger conservation project, that is WWF India's work for tiger conservation, it aims to maintain and restore tiger habitats and critical corridors while protecting these tigers and its prey. It's a prey base in the tiger landscapes within India, and eventually leading to increase and stabilize the in-tiger populations across the country. This work focuses mainly on research and monitoring, mitigating human-tiger conflict, and working with the local communities in critical habitats and corridors, and environmental education and awareness about this tigers protection, and policy and advocacy, and supporting through Traffic India. Traffic is a joint program of WWF and IUCN in India, and it operates as a division of WWF India with an aim to monitor and investigate wildlife trade and provide information to stakeholders as a basis for effective conservation policies. So here in this WWF India is in partnership with the State Forest Department. What it will do is conduct camera trapping exercises and land transact monitoring in all its tiger landscapes to monitor the tigers and their co-predators and the prey base. Mm, so it was the key NGO partner of the government of India in conducting the most comprehensive tiger estimation exercise. So with these efforts, the number of tiger population has increased uh, now it is 3,000 tigers, a third more than it had 4 years ago, according to the latest tiger census. So, from the, in 2014, the tiger population was 2,226, but with the efforts of WWF, with Indian government, the number of tiger population rose to 2,967 in according to 2018 census. This tiger conservation project was launched in 1973 in Sundarbans of West Bengal. The second one, the Climate Witness Project, is an initiative. This was also launched in Sundarbans. This is to record first-hand accounts of climate change by the local people for a better understanding of the climate impacts to help in policy change and advocacy. This climate adaptation program is carried out in um, it is an assessment program carried out in Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh to understand the exposure, sensitivity, and adaptive capacity of the people and ecosystem to climate change, because it's a well-known fact that the Ganga basin is considered to be the food basket of India, but the climate change and unsustainable farming practices threatened the ecosystem's health, and the livelihoods of the farmers have drastically came down, and changes in rainfall patterns have increased vulnerability in their everyday life. So an exercise involved stakeholders to assess the threat and a threat of this climate change on their livelihood, and this based on this based on the information and knowledge generated from the research, as well as from the experience gathered from the local farming community. Um, it will be used to develop a package of practices on the best management practices. Not only these projects, but also the WWF India is taking up two more prestigious projects called as the biodiversity conservation, that is 2050 biodiversity goal, that it is by 2050 the integrity of the most outstanding uh, natural places on earth is conserved, and starting locally, WWF India has identified the country's most critical regions and priority species which characterize the country's natural heritage, and the WWF India is working to conserve their health and numbers through field work, policy interventions, and positive campaigns. And one more prestigious mm, program is footprint reduction, that is 2050 footprint goal. This WWF India is working to reduce the country's footprint on the planet by addressing key development environmental issues that have an impact on our overall national and global footprint. So this is about the WWF, that is a worldwide fund for nature, and its aim, objectives, the role it plays globally, and uh, its initiatives in various parts of the globe, and its initiatives in India. This is the official website of World Wildlife Organization, and you can browse through it if you're interested. Uh, this is the mission statement, and these are the 6 areas in which they are working. And if you you can click on them, and you can see what all the work they are doing in that. And uh, and this is about all this. The website reflects their work in different areas and different regions of the world. And this is about the places they're working. So Amazon, Arctic, Borneo, and Sumatra, and Eastern Himalayas, Galapagos. So, and the people whom they are working with, humanitarian partnerships, and indigenous and local communities, and their social policies, women and girls, and their leaders. And these are all leadership of WWF, and wildlife. So, what are the um, wildlife they're aim to protect? This giant pandas, tigers, elephants, gorillas, sea turtles, polar bears, rhinos, whales, all these other species. And this about this this gives a brief history about their organization, and when was it established, and their timeline, the developments timeline. This just it's till date, right from the inception, that is 1961, till date, what they have different so landmarks and all these things. So 89 and 90. So if you're interested, you can go and check it. And so this is all about their history in detail. And this is uh, uh, top news articles. And this is one more interesting feature is activities for young people. You can just browse through them, and you can um, do some of the activities they have for young people. So activities to do at home. See, get see crafts, and they have their own app. You can download it, and you can work uh, together with them. And it's why selection of activities and resources to support environment focused teaching. And these are some quizzes based on different animals, and um, all natural world. And so these you can also watch some of the videos shot by them. And just and these are the educational resources they have provided. See, if you're interested, you can just go through them, and you can as well join them, like you can be a volunteer with them. And this is our own Indian WWF portal. And see, these are all the so critical regions, and how they are helping in reducing the carbon footprint. And so these are the corporate partners. And so these are press releases and the blogs they operate, and the earth hour. And so this is about the brief history about the Indian WWF or organization. So the part of WWF that is operating in India, and the advisory board members, so Dr. Divya Bhanushish Chawda, and these are the advisory board members. And if you're interested, you can also take up jobs with them, and you can work with them. So this is what the about the uh, WWF. You can just browse through this, and you'll have a better idea, and you know more about WWF.